Hi there, and thanks for checking out my Mindful Emotional Self-Regulation video series. I'm clinical hypnotherapist Daniel Maresca, and I'm excited to share this process with you to help you to feel better. Now, at this time, I'm sure you have an emotion that you're experiencing or some issue, maybe it's anxiousness, that you'd like to resolve. And in order to help you get there, I'd like to walk you through over the next few days a process that's going to shift that feeling, that state that you're in. So to begin with today, what I'd like to do is just explain to you what a state is. It's a collection of things really that you're experiencing, what we call a state. And it's made up of three components. And the way I like to look at it is to think of it like a stool that you would sit on, like a three-legged stool. And the three components that make up a state are your body. So the sensations, feelings that you have in your body at any given moment or around a given issue. Your focus, or where your attention is directed, whether it be at thoughts running through your head or at the past or the future. And then finally, your emotions, the images and ideas that run through your mind. And so these three things together, this sort of constellation of factors, creates an emotion, a state. And so we don't really have to label the state with a name or a word. It's just all of these things put together create this feeling. And sometimes you might want to call it anxiousness or anxiety, but in reality, it's just your own unique constellation of these different factors. And so to start shifting you out of this state, and to do it really quite quickly, honestly, we're going to talk about over the next few days how you can effectively change the channel, right? So we can change your focus and your attention. We can change your body. And then eventually we'll go through a process for how you can shift your emotional state from where it is to where you want it to be. And so to begin with, what I'd like you to do, if you're up for it, is to think of an issue that you want to work on. One that's creating some sort of state in your body and mind, right? It's creating these physical sensations or symptoms. It's creating a certain attention sort of grabbing kind of response where you're focused on something really intently, some issue, and it's creating these emotions and ideas in your mind. And so I want you to just pick something that is maybe, let's say, a 5 or 6 out of 10 in terms of the intensity. Not like your biggest thing, but something that's kind of bugging you a little and you don't want to be in that state, right? And so it's usually around an issue and it creates these different symptoms in your body, your attention, your emotions, and so on. So what I'd like you to do is just to think on that over the next 24 hours and decide what you want to work on, and perhaps become aware of the physical sensations that circulate around about this issue or this state that you're in, right? So notice where you feel it in your body. Maybe you can give it some type of description. And then notice where your attention is when it's present for you. So just start thinking about these few things. And then tomorrow you'll get the first video and we're going to talk about changing that channel, right? So we're going to affect one of those legs of that stool to start to break that state. And so we'll start with changing where your focus is and your attention in tomorrow's video. So keep an eye out for that. And then in the subsequent videos, we'll talk about how you can shift your body to shift the state, and then a process called core transformation, which is going to shift your emotions from where you are now to where you want to be. And so I look forward to sharing this process with you, giving you a little taste of what hypnotherapy can do for you. And so check out that video in your email tomorrow. Thanks so much.